Hello. Then, although the present government is assured by law of remaining in power until 2029, one seldom speaks to anybody who really believes that our Prime Minister will still be running Britain in 4 years' time. For most people, the details are vague and sketchy, and there is no clear idea of the mechanism which might be involved. But there is without doubt a sense that we cannot carry on for the next 4 years with the Prime Minister and government which is currently in power. Every day brings increasingly ruinous developments, and at the same time, the world is changing with dizzying rapidity. The war in the Middle East hardly lessens this feeling of a permanently growing crisis. The fact that so many people have lost trust in the government so quickly since the election last summer must also be factored in. So, what might happen to remove Keir Starmer and his cronies from power? One possibility might be a peaceful parliamentary coup, perhaps a vote of confidence lost by Labour, or perhaps some form of coalition, a government of all the talents of the kind which was formed during both world wars. Since a world war is by no means impossible in the near future, this might very well be something which could happen if the international situation deteriorated even more. What is more worrying is that many people in this country are growing so discontented with the way things are going that it might be felt that some form of direct action might be justified in persuading the cabinet to resign and the prime minister to call an election early. We saw this happen in 1974, of course, when the political situation in Britain became so terrible that the miners' strike in 1973 was the final straw. Ted Heath, the then Premier, called an election to decide, as he put it, who rules. Well, it certainly wasn't him after that election in February 1974. At that time, conditions were very unstable in this country, and there was serious talk of the possibility of a military coup. Like Heath, Starmer is a stubborn, weak, and not especially bright man. He reminds me at times of Edward Heath. The mood in the country is not quite as precarious as it was in the early 1970s, but one can feel discontent in the air, and there are people openly talking of revolt and extrajudicial action against the establishment. If I were the Prime Minister, I would be feeling nervous right now, for he really is creating a lot of anger among both the left wing and right wing people. I've never known a leader of this country who managed to alienate and make enemies of quite so many different factions within a year of being elected. Personally, I wouldn't be prepared to bet so much as a fiver on this government still being in power in 4 years' time.